saying that, oh, light, how to, what I think about with light is like, where would if the light isn't there, where would the light source be coming from? So if it's a window and they're inside, or I just find a little bit of light in my photo reference. For instance, looking at you, the right side of your face, the light's coming from there and you're lit up. So maybe I also want to bump the light on your hair and maybe on the top of your arm and the top of your shoulder, and I'll work that. But the other thing I consider when I paint is what am I trying to say? So with the holding court painting, I mean, for me, her face, she was in repose and reading to her dolls, the little girl, but those toes, and, little children's toes that look like little peas, and they're always red. And I thought, oh, I just love that. You just find that thing. I mean, it was kind of not classic to kind of mute your child's face, but I felt like it would read. And I also think about my edges, like meaning where the sharp edges are, and things like where the edges are sharp and where the light is against a dark shape. That's where the viewer's going to be looking. So I'm the orchestra leader, and I want to tell my viewer, in a sense, where to look. I mean, of course, people can look where they want, but I am strategically thinking about, well, in a certain visual story, what's important to me as the artist, and then I will enhance that part of the painting, speaking about light, by the light and also by the edges of the object. Like, is the edge sharp or is it going to be blurred? And regardless of the medium, because I do paint in oil and a little bit and watercolor, not as a finished painting lately, but I kind of have been toying with going back to that now, but I use it as the underpainting with pastel, because when I'm working on a piece of paper that doesn't have a tone, I like to tone the paper, and I usually use, there are many things I use, but I usually use watercolor, not always, but usually. So.
Karen, you're inspiring as an artist, and you're also inspiring as a teacher. I recommend for everyone listening, of course, please go to Childhood Unmuted, see Karen's 2 pieces in the exhibit. She's one of the few artists in the exhibit that have 2 pieces. And also, I mean, I don't think I've ever said this, but, I want to take your class.
Great.
We should all take your class, artists or creative in any way, and just follow you on your journey, because you make this also tangible.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like I'm an okay teacher because I remember what I didn't know. When I started out, I would ask the teacher, "How'd you get that color?" And that color was purple. And I didn't even know that red and blue. That's how little I started out with, like knowing nothing. But just would ask questions and practice. You just have to keep practicing, and there's plenty of failures. To this day still. But I do list my where I'm teaching generally on my website under workshops and classes. It's there. So
okay, we'll include that website so that people can follow you along with me.
Oh, great.
Yes. So again, thank you so much, Karen.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Wonderful.